So at this point, I'm sure most of you are already aware of Unleashed Recompiled. Unleashed Recompiled is a fan-made PC port of the hit game Sonic Unleashed, released in 2008. Sonic Unleashed is a game that is loved for its exhilarating gameplay and immense charm. Nowadays, people often regard it as one of the best Sonic games ever, but that's only one side of the story. While almost everyone agrees that Sonic the Hedgehog was phenomenal, the same cannot be said for Sonic the Werehog. While Sonic's daytime stages revolved around speed and quick reactions, the nighttime stages were slow and combat focused. This was the low point in Sonic Unleashed for many, myself included. But was it really that bad? Well, today, in the final part of my Unleashed Recompiled S-ranking journey, I will be S-ranking every nighttime stage in Sonic Unleashed. DLCs included. Will I get extremely mad? Am I finally playing Eggman Land? Yes. Is that Steve from Minecraft? All of these questions will be answered today, and I really hope you enjoy. I'm doing a tier list too. Also, please subscribe. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. It would mean a lot if you did. Like to, please. Now, since we're not dealing with daytime Sonic anymore, the rules on getting S ranks we've known previously are completely useless. Well, not really. You do still automatically flunk an S rank if you die, and the system still entirely relies on score, but building that score is what's different this time around. Since the Werehog revolves around combat, your combos are what build score. Now, if this was a normal combo system where the goal would be getting the highest combo possible to maximize score, then I wouldn't really be mad because that actually makes sense. While what I just said still does completely apply to the Werehog stages, it isn't the best way to build score. In fact, building high combos doesn't even get you S ranks. Criticals. The amount of score a single critical attack gives you completely trivializes any effort to build a combo. Why build a 102 combo that gives you 2000 score when you can get 8500 from one critical attack? I honestly hate this aspect of the scoring system, since chaining combos is way more fun than hitting an enemy a couple of times, waiting for an opening, pressing the button the game tells you to, then repeating with the next 7 enemies on screen. But as much as I don't like it, critical attacks were all I was doing. Case in point, Windmill Isle Act 1. Since we have 29 stages to cover today, I won't be wasting any time. Windmill Isle Act 1 sets the stage for every Werehog stage to come. You fight some enemies, solve some puzzles, I use puzzles lightly, and that signature Werehog platforming. You know, with the grabbing that may or may not work sometimes. The stage was very simple. I just spammed the critical attacks and didn't die. Our very first S rank. Let's go! This is an easy run-of-the-mill tier. It's not hard or anything, it's just a Werehog level. Windmill Isle Act 2 is weird. The level is just a big circle with doors that you have to open to find keys to unlock the big door to leave. This level is just annoying since the enemies you fight before unlocking the big door are worth no score. They're literally just there to annoy you. But once I found all the keys, I suplexed the club guy into the ground for that S rank. Let's go. Free. Act 1-2 is our first DLC level of the video, and yeah, you could already tell. This stage is platforming hell, but don't worry, I would never fall for the game's silly tricks. Bro, how the never. That's right, baby. Free. Act 1-3 is the first level that made me lose my shit. It's just an enemy rush stage, but I just ran into an immense roadblock. This blob guy's quick time events were actually impossible, and I was genuinely tweaking. Yeah, because I want to actually react to him fast enough, but it's f***ing impossible. I tried and tried and tried, but it just wasn't possible. No, only losers give up. I'm not a loser. I actually ended up skipping the stage because I assumed the level made the QTEs impossible. I was actually losing my mind. Impossible. I give up. I give up. But then I saw a video of a guy doing it with way more time to react, and the next day I put 2 and 2 together and realized I just had to lower his health more, which gave me more time to react. But other than that, I had no problems. Our very first hole in my monitor. Goodbye Apotos, welcome Spagonia. I actually have nothing to say about Rooftop Run Act 1 except... Yo, these guys, holy shit. That's right, baby. This is an easy run-of-the-mill tier. Straight back to DLCs, and Act 1-2 has you hitting switches and fighting enemies. That's literally it. The switches are kind of annoying to find, and I already hate this. run of the mill, run of the mill. We're in the sewers of Act 1-3 with a return of some actual platforming. To the Werehog's credit, I actually did enjoy his platforming segments. The real problem with this level is this blob guy's spin attack move that launched me off the edge of the stage. I'm kidding. It really isn't that bad if you just stay cautious and watch out for their attacks. I actually like this level and this smash move. S rank.
Alright, baby.
Wow, we have a full row of run-of-the-mills going on here for Spagonia. Missouri is our next continent, and Savannah Citadel Act 1 is quite literally the most run-of-the-mill Werehog stage ever. Ooga booga, switches and boxes, bonobo brain activities. And remember my whole rant about the combat system being shit? Yeah, well, just look at this riveting gameplay.
Cracked. Cracked.
The only thing of note to say here is that I discovered the Wheel of Doom to rinse every enemy in my path. S rank.
Boom! Oh my god.
Act 2 is big old balancing strip level, and boy do I love these. If I wasn't such a raging daredevil, all I had to do for this level was to be patient. But being patient sucks and pretty much has no positives anyway, so that's an easy, free S rank for me. Boo! DLC Act 3 is up next, and it's a little fun platforming level, but they just keep reusing the same two bosses. You better watch your back, blob guy. Free S rank. I take back everything I said about the Werehog platforming. Somebody shoot me. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but Act 4 sucked either way. It's an actually somewhat challenging platforming level with a big enemy rush at the end. After many silly deaths, I kind of just didn't feel like chaining critical attacks at the end and got an A rank.
Are you f***ing serious? Are you f***ing serious?
Is that Steve from Minecraft? With Steve's help, my resolve was restored, and I did end up chaining those critical attacks for that shiny S rank. We got him!
That's right, baby. Yes,
Steve. That's right, Steve. Do that with your arm, Steve. I like you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Our very first stretching my will to live tier. Get it? Get it? Cause the Werehog, he stretches. Slippity dippity, Holoska, and its Cool Edge Act 1 shenanigans are up next because wow, this level is tedious. You're constantly waiting for the camera to stop showing you what pressing a button did.
Yo, no, the game fucked me.
And these silly flame robots. That's it. But besides that, yeah, pretty typical run-of-the-mill level with many critical attacks, of course. S rank. Quick little boss intermission. Okay, intermission over.
Easy.
DLC Act 2 is a cool level on paper with its tricky platforming and enemies, but when you're not paying attention and trying to get it over with as soon as possible, it kinda just falls apart. I don't know how many times I've lit up these torches, but it's okay. You live and you learn. Is that 3 blob guys? What the fuck? Hole in my monitor. Act 3 is quite literally made up of 2 rooms, and it would have been free if I didn't get lazy with my critical attacks, giving me an A rank. Again. So that wasn't fun. So on my second try, I reluctantly criticaled every worthwhile enemy, and the game thought it was funny pulling a fast one on me.
No, we're not doing this, bro. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
I had to take all of them out and put them back on again. And S rank. Pretty free. Chunan is our next continent, and Dragon Road Act 1 is so run-of-the-mill that I almost don't even want to talk about it. The first time I played this level, I hated it, but now that I'm a hardened veteran of the Werehog, I just didn't fall into the very lethal water and threw this electric guy like the game told me to. S rank. Dragon Road Act 2 is like if the developers hated you and made it into a level because holy tedium, this stage is so punishing. It's all about unrecoverable balance beams and object switches. Wow, what a recipe for disaster. In all honesty, the level shouldn't be too bad if you just stay patient, but again, I didn't do that. All I'm gonna say is that if I couldn't run while holding an object, I wouldn't be here right now.
Oh, thank God.
This is a solid hole in my monitor. DLC Act 1-2 is literally just a combo chaining simulator, and that's honestly fine. Free. Dragon Road Act 3 saw Act 1-2 and was like, yeah, let me do the opposite of that, and made a devious platforming level that touches you if you're not paying attention.
I'm cooked. I'm cooked.
The level really isn't hard, you just have to not be an idiot like me and actually focus on the game, and you shouldn't have any troubles.
Let's go.
pretty run-of-the-mill, but hole in my monitor on a bad day for sure. Now, a quick word from our sponsor. Do you often find yourself on fire? Well, Sonic is here to help. Wait, Sonic, why are you punching it? Sonic, stop it! Sonic had to flee the continent after murdering its sacred guardian, so we're in Shamar now with, Arid Sands Act 1. This has got to be the longest, most tedious level in the entire game, excluding Eggman Land, of course. These fire wizards suck, these red beetles suck, and this level is just too long. That being said, I had a flawless run on my first attempt, but it took me 15 minutes, so there's that. Pretty run-of-the-mill despite what I just said. DLC Act 2 feels like a filler episode in an anime, but it's a werehog level. You kinda just punch stuff and jump, but that also just describes every nighttime level. S rank. Run-of-the-mill. DLC Act 3, on the other hand, turns nightmares into reality because what the fuck? This level puts every platforming stage in the game to shame, with its initially unpredictable hazards and collapsible platforms.
Bro, jump off the... I'm cooked.
Like the previous stages, I was out of it while playing, and it cost me a good 30 minutes of my life.
No!
Don't be like me. Get your S ranks.
I beat the level. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Queen, stretching my will to live for sure. Yo, who is this guy? Clip him, Sonic! Wow, Sonic just killed this guy spiritually and literally. Holy shit, Sonic, is that the IRS? We gotta get out of here! Sonic, why did you go to New York? We're literally in enemy territory! Well, I guess it can't be helped. Skyscraper Scamper Act 1 is up next, and so let's just say, hypothetically, you painstakingly make your way through this travesty of a level, looking around at a certain point to maximize your ring counter to see this ledge. So now again, hypothetically, you get to this ledge, get your rings, and try to leave, but then,
No. We're joking. We're joking. We're joking.
I got stuck in a fucking wall and had to restart the whole level. Fuck this level, fuck this ledge, and fuck these spiky balance beams. Fuck this guy too. Like, what the heck, man? S rank. Stretching my will to live easily. DLC Act 2 is happening right now, and I honestly forgot about this level because it's super easy and you just punch stuff like usual. There really isn't much else to say. Why did I get stuck in a fucking wall again? What the fuck?
Oh my god, yes.
Free. DLC Act 3 is quite an easy level if you're just locked in like that, but I clearly wasn't and definitely didn't rage quit because of this club guy's annoying jump attack that has been haunting me since the start of the video. I really can't express in words how much this one attack angered my very being. But again, I am exaggerating, and when I hopped back on the next day, I clocked the level first, second try, S rank.
Let's go.
Hole in my monitor for sure. Sonic, I think they're still on us. Quick, to the jungle!
So we're gonna be super careful. We're just gonna wait. Take our time here.
What? Jungle Joyride Act 1 may or may not be an actually enjoyable level, but it gets knocked down a few points because of the aforementioned waterfall section that ruined me on my first playthrough and apparently again now too. Other than that, pretty run-of-the-mill S rank.
Oh, easy.
So I may or may not have forgotten about Jungle Joyride Act 2 completely and only found out about it after starting the script, but yeah, I played it. It was a free platforming level, and I spent more time trying to reach this ledge that actually made me backtrack than the actual level itself. S rank. We're at the last DLC levels now, and Jungle Joyride Act 1-2 would have been an easy enough level that just has you doing your thing as the werehog, punching things and stuff, but I accidentally made a super big oopsie whoopsie and used, So after that tremendous upset, I could not play properly for the life of me, but I got it together eventually for that beautiful S. I'm going to break my monitor, I swear. DLC Act 3 is a free platforming water rising level, but I'm not going to pretend like it didn't give me any trouble at all.
What the fuck? Oh, let's go.
Holy shit, Sonic, the IRS caught us! What are we gonna do? And now, the final act. Eggman Land. I have been edging this infamous 20-minute monstrosity of a level that combines the likes of daytime and mostly nighttime Sonic, which is the reason why I didn't cover it until now, to create such a travesty that rivals the likes of Sonic 06. Okay, I am obviously exaggerating, but the level is super tedious and long, especially if you're looking for an S rank. But now, without further ado, it is time to S rank Eggman Land. So let me break it down for you. You start off as daytime Sonic. And it's over. Yay, daytime Sonic. The tier list lists this section as area 1, so that's an easy run of the mill for me. Whoa. Roller coaster. I am so glad to see you again, Steve. Some balance beams, a huge wave of enemies. Critical. This game is trying to kill me. I don't know what I was on, but I landed every single tricky jump in this section. Critical. Hey, it's daytime Sonic. Run of the mill.
I really can't rush this. I'm shitting myself. Oh my fucking god. That was the most horrifying experience of my entire life.
Ooh, a slide. Ooh, a big turbine. Ooh, another big slide. Ow. Okay, so let's just say, theoretically, that you happen to have a 253,700 score that you built up throughout a monolith of a level. And let's also just say that, is it even possible to get an S rank anymore? Is it even worth continuing? Well, I guess there's no harm in beating the stage at this point. Maybe I can get some more experience before my next attempt. Not this guy again. Now that that's done, why? So after having absolutely no trouble with this fight, the goal ring finally appears. And with no other choice, I step in, unsure if an S rank is even attainable after that blunder.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I did it! Now let's just pretend I got the Hard Days Night achievement here and not in Tropical Jungle Act 2, because I have officially completed every daytime and nighttime stage in Sonic Unleashed. Thank you. I'd like to thank my mom and stretching my will to live. So, is the Werehog that bad? Honestly, no, not really, but it's funnier if we pretend he is. I can kind of appreciate that Sega tried something new with the Werehog, and it really could have worked, but it just wasn't fully fleshed out. The critical system sort of ruins the enjoyment for getting S ranks, and there isn't really a good way to view and learn all the combos the Werehog actually has. His gameplay is extremely repetitive, especially because of those critical attacks, but it was still a somewhat enjoyable experience nonetheless. And with that, wow, I can't believe it's finally over. This video was long overdue, and if you stayed here until the end, I'd like to thank you for just being here. Once again, if you enjoyed, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and liked. It would help me out a lot, and it will help me finally reach that 1,000 subscriber milestone I've been trying so hard to get. If Sonic the Werehog taught me one thing, it's that I don't want to play Sonic Unleashed for a very long time.